Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Flying Fluffy Hockey live stream of Game 1 between the Montreal Canadiens and the Carolina Hurricanes in the Eastern Conference Finals. Fingers crossed that Jaws is going to be joining us. He already told me he's joining us, but whether he's able to stick around for the whole game, he's trying his best. He wants to get he also wants to do a recap for this game. Roger says, "Go Hurricanes." David says, "Hi, Kyle." Beck says, "Yo, yo, yo." Great White says, "Go Habs." Orion Demand says, "Go Canes." Oh, we've got Paul Bissonnette and Wayne Gretzky and Keen Henrik here on the broadcast team. David says Sasha played well today. That's good news. Very glad to hear that.
I think it's going to be Montreal's ability with their skill to handle the pressure from the Carolina Hurricanes. When I saw the goal from buildup last series, Buffalo Sabres, this is a perfect example of it. Buffalo's in the corner. Look at Nick Suzuki. He's getting a lot of pressure there.
Give me a second, folks.
Coming out of the corner. He makes that amazing behind the back pass. He looked like number 99 out there. Gecko vision, Gretzky vision, whatever you want to call it. If the Montreal Canadiens can do that on a consistent basis, guys, they've got a chance. Because Carolina Hurricanes, Tommy Gill is really strong, guys. And one thing we haven't talked about, we talked about Stankoven's line, but we forget. Taylor Hall won an MVP and was the first pick overall in the NHL draft.
Bex asked if Sasha has gotten a goal yet. I am not sure on that one. Hey. Let's see. Oh yeah, did you see how last night's game went?
Oh yeah, I watched the highlights.
What did you think?
I hope Montreal can pull off the same thing tonight. You know, Colorado obviously got it going in the third period. But
yeah, you got an assist on the Lundell goal today. Barkov got an assist on the Lundell goal today. Mr. Krabs says, "Rest in peace, Kyle Busch." Yeah, I don't really follow NASCAR, but I can't begin to imagine what the family is going through right now. Mm-hmm.
That's the best team remaining in the playoffs. They've won a lot of key face-offs, and he does that every night, and he's a great utility player.
Oh, wow.
So, you see the ice right there. You see the crowd building up. The final moments.
Apparently, Dan Snyder's former estate in Washington, D.C. has been put back on the market for $49.9 million.
what both teams are saying.
And everybody is different, right? Some guys are extremely tense. You don't talk at all. And then you have other guys, they're laughing and making other people smile and lose up. So you need all those different types of
Mr. Krabs wonders if the Hurricanes will have a moment of silence for Kyle Busch since NASCAR is popular in North Carolina. It's possible. You'd think there'd be some sort of recognition of what a huge loss this is for NASCAR and for the sporting world at large. Trent says this Canes team reminds you of the Panthers Cup team in 2024. Dave Duran has the siren going. Doeren, Dave Doran. Bolvar says the answer is no, they won't. But do you think the Golden Knights will because he's from Las Vegas? Really? Kyle Busch was from Las Vegas? Mr. Krabs, you keep forgetting the Hurricanes play in Raleigh and not Charlotte. Trent says, I hate to say it, but you're really rooting for the Canes. Yeah, I've been forced to root for the Hurricanes. I feel less unclean about wearing this than I did the Lightning. Jameson says the Kyle for Canes initiative is back. How was my day? My day was great.
Yeah, Dad's too sick to ask him to do any work, so.
That's not a live feed. They're just using previous footage for that. Oh yeah, also tonight is game two of the Knicks and Cavaliers. In game one, the Knicks were down by 22 with about 7.5 to go in the fourth quarter. And then what they did was they bullied James Harden and went on an 18-1 run.
Really?
To make it a game. And then I think Jalen Brunson hit the bucket to tie the game and send it to overtime.
Why didn't they just take Harden out?
They are holding a memorial for Kyle Busch, so we'll have to do a moment of silence.
Thank you. Now please rise if you are able, and you remove your cap and join us for the singing of
Jameson is going to miss James Harden when he retires. Eisenite says Mike Matheson for playoff MVP.
Is all of us command, grace porque il s'est porté la croix, ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Canada, representing the Star Spangled Banner. We're going to see them by Ella Lee Decker.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous side, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets surrendered, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sailors, that's the spangled banner yet waves. For the land of the free and the home of the
Okay, Chewbacca.
Chopper Joe says, Jaws, you look like a completely bald version of Coach Q with that mustache.
Yeah, that's my biggest concern is that the beard is going white with the mustache. So I'm gonna have to dye the mustache gray to match the beard.
Derek says, get well, Jaws.
Thanks, man. I'm here now. That's what I'm gonna try to make it through the game. That's the best I can say.
So it's Dobish versus Anderson.
I might be a little quiet tonight, though.
Okay. Is that door closed?
No, but I'll open up this window then.
Yeah.
I'll take care of it.
So here we are, game one between the Hurricanes and Canadiens, and Bolvar says, hope you're doing better, Jaws. We got game one, only 3 more to go. Wow, that was almost a goal. The Canadiens already iced the puck with 19:35 to go. Craig says, unleash the Stankoven. Mr. Krabs says, not for nothing, Jaws, but last night you left the stream with 0-0 between Vegas and Colorado, and Vegas scored and won.
Yeah.
Eisenite says, if you start feeling like you're going to be sick, Jaws, grab a Leafs jersey.
Oh. I never.
Wow, there it is. 33 seconds in, the Canadiens have already made it 1-0. Seth Jarvis, I believe, the goal scorer.
Oh, now I'm gonna be sick.
Jameson says, I blinked. What happened?
So much for Carolina's gonna be rusty. Oh God.
I mean, Dobish just didn't see it.
I don't think Dovish expected it.
JC says, hello, I have a package to send out to y'all this weekend.
Outstanding. Thank you, JC.
That was just their second shot on goal, and they made it count.
Great. But then again, Montreal did have a habit of letting Buffalo score first.
Yeah. Bolvar says, so okay, the Hurricanes look scary.
Oh, there we go.
Wow, there it is.
Hey!
It's tied. 2 goals in the first exact minute of the game.
Now I don't feel so sick anymore.
So that's Jake Evans?
No, I think it was Caulfield.
No, it's Caulfield. It was Cole Caulfield.
He made the play, and then they got it back to him in front. And you can't leave that man alone like that. Anderson got no chance there. He goes down. Caulfield roofs it. And hooray. Okay, is the game over now? I'm going to go.
No, it's not over. It's 1 minute out of 60.
That's all I had.
And if it stays tied, it's more than 60.
Oh, God. I think that might have been all the energy I had.
At least, if you're exhausted, that's fine. Can't have you throw up on camera, though.
Well, oh, shit.
I don't think you're that desperate for content.
No, I don't feel good.
I'm sorry, man.
My ears are ringing.
Maybe this is too loud.
No, it's just this is the first activity I've done at all since last night. I've just been sitting in that. Well, I walked with her for a couple minutes.
Patel Ron says Bussy plays regular season, so Anderson can chill for the playoffs. Oh, there's a save by Anderson, so Buildup.
Oh, they messed it up.
But this is going to be a fun series, isn't it? All right, so Jankowski sends it around the boards.
So far, it just looks like Montreal versus Buffalo wearing black. Oh, that was terrible.
Beck says the Canes need to lose tonight. I hate that they are on a run.
Who got that goal for Carolina?
It was Seth Jarvis,
Okay.
with Svechnikov and Aho with the assist. Caulfield with that goal. Slavkovsky and Suzuki with those assists. Eisenheidt says it just throws up. He'll super chat so he can get some meds. Fireborn Knight says he's chilling. Yeah, congrats on the game 1 victory.
I was thinking about it. I actually said this in the recap, but I didn't finish last night. And everybody is so sure that Colorado's going to win. They're forgetting the last time the Panthers weren't the champs. It was because Vegas whooped our ass. Like, people might be underestimating them because of how they've played, but
well, the biggest issue for Vegas this year was god-awful goaltending. And now Carter Hart's
on fire, yeah.
Of course.
Here we go.
Oh, man, Jake Evans had a beautiful chance and couldn't send it in the proper direction. How did that not
happen? If Montreal's going to get chances like that, though. Okay, I'll shut up now.
Bolvar says, when you feel the way Jaws does, Top ramen is your best friend.
Mm. I've been having bagels.
It's a 3-on-2 for Carolina. Offsides. 16:05 to go in the first. Fireborn Knights says people do underestimate us. Oh yeah, Stafford got a 1-year, $55 million extension. And the Marlins are losing 6-2 to the Braves.
What? Oh, 4-on-4.
Tuck the Puppy says, greetings, guys. How are you all today? You're eating spaghetti and meatballs with garlic breads.
Oh.
We had that not too long ago.
Yeah.
Just like a week or two ago.
I remember
Yeah.
the years when I was sick with Lyme before we started streaming,
Yeah.
and I was still doing the recaps.
Yeah.
Remember, the TV was there, and I'd lay on the couch. Remember, I'd be laid on the couch with my head, and I'd barely move, and then
It's a breakaway, and it's Montreal makes it 2-1. Wow.
holy moly!
It's Denol, I believe.
I mean, Carolina's defense has not been good so far this period.
It was Denol.
Oh, yeah. And it just gets tipped to him. I mean, it should have been 2-1 anyway with the shot that Evans missed.
Craig says Anderson being Anderson in Eastern Conference Finals showed up. Mythical Riz says Kane's out of rhythm. Keep pounding them. Bolvar says, oh, so it's going to be one of those kinds of games like the first game between Minnesota and Colorado. What
Oh
is
my
defense? That was nearly goal number 3 for Montreal.
Holy moly.
Bolvar says when the Little Caesars gave him food poisoning from a Detroit pepperoni pizza, threw up the entire night, didn't sleep, and didn't eat anything for almost 24 hours. It was truly the worst day ever.
I bet.
Fireborn Knight has been liking Brett Howden and Dorfe of getting goals for Vegas.
You know, Howden is Quentin Howden's baby brother. The old Panthers first-round draft pick that never made it.
Beck says, how you feeling, Jaws?
I'm here. I don't want to make Kyle do the whole thing by himself again.
Barman says Montreal is locked in, haven't missed a step. Yeah, ever since the first Hurricanes goal, it's been almost all Montreal. 2 goals on 6 shots for Montreal. What is not turning over the puck in your own zone?
I'm sure Montreal watched plenty of film of how the Panthers play against Carolina.
Susie says, wouldn't it be crazy if we had a Vegas versus Montreal Stanley Cup final? You're going to make me throw up.
Yeah, because you'd have to wear the Vegas stuff. I'll get you a hat. I'll get you the Vegas hat for you. I don't think that shirt will fit you.
Anderson makes a save.
Montreal, obviously the quicker team here so far, and Lane Hudson, one guy that's hard to catch up at the blue line. He's able to escape Svechnikov and then goal picks as he
Bolvar says, I imagine Howden isn't feeling great after his knee turned into a pretzel when he hit the boards.
back, but that's a guy that the Hurricanes have to pay special attention to. But
BAU says, I said it. The team with the best odds to beat Carolina is Montreal, not because they're good, but they're young, quick, and unpredictable. Nobody knows these kids yet. Well, I'll just say if the Hurricanes fail to even make the Cup Finals in a postseason where they started off with successive sweeps of their opponents, they went 11 days in between playoff hockey games.
Right.
That's the most any NHL team has had in between playoff games since 1919.
My God.
Not 1990. 1919, as in the year after the Spanish flu.
Maybe that's what I got. Maybe I got the Spanish flu. Maybe I'm patient one for the new pandemic, and we're all gonna die.
You shut your tongue. You bite your tongue.
If we all die, we all die.
I don't feel like dying.
What if when we die, we find out we've just been in a video game, and then we go back like, or what if we're just like on our lunch break in a simulation, and shit, that life is over. All right, we got to go back to work now.
So, Aho with the puck.
Come on.
So,
I
Anderson
mean,
with a
at
save.
this point, if Carolina doesn't give up 3 or 4 goals in this period, it's going to be a miracle. Montreal is just zooming.
And that's
icing.
icing.
No? It must have got tipped. Oh. This is all your fault, Kyle.
How is this my fault?
Because that's all I got for tonight.
Undead Avalanche says, without Makar, our D is decimated. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's always tough when you're top heavy in any position where you're dependent on one superstar, but you see what happened to the Panthers without Barkov. The entire structure of the roster crumbles. So I get it.
Well, most of that was just rotten, injury bug. Like Barkov's injury. Oh my God. Texier makes it 3-1. Did Barkov's injury really cause Luster-Ryan to have a barbecue accident? Ryan Demand says, Anderson, what are you doing, man?
This is making me feel a little bit better. I don't feel so dizzy and like I'm going to throw up now. Geez, what the hell is Anderson doing?
Collins is Habs shocking the world right now. If I'm Brindamore, I have to be seriously considering polling. It's 3 goals on 10 shots.
They're lucky it's not 4 or 5 goals, honestly.
Dobich just turned over the puck to the Hurricanes. So Denault and Gooley the assists on the Texier goal. McGobbin says Carolina is so embarrassing, knew they were going to choke and get swept again. Craig says Bussy better be warm. Mythical Ribs, you picked Lightning Habs to make the finals. You picked the winner of Lightning Habs to make the finals, but damn, this is a beatdown right now. Happy Sabres fan says you hope Tuck didn't get paid too much. He was ghosted in the series. Yeah, he was a ghost. He's right. Beck says, hell yeah. 11 minutes to go in the first. And Montreal has a 3-1 lead already over the Hurricanes.
Oh,
someone ran into Freddie. Martinook with a shot that bounces off of Dobish. Undead Avalanche says he watched the post game with McKinnon. He was pissed.
yeah.
Svechnikov drops it back.
Good
Dobish
job,
with a
Dobish.
save against Jarvis. Over halfway through the first now. Now Gusta Spear will move it along. Aho able to get it to Jarvis. Jarvis with a shot.
Ooh.
The whistle is blown.
Okay, then.
So now we're on TV timeout. Hurricanes. What are
Well,
you
you
doing?
knew that they were going to have a problem starting this game. You can't just not play for 11 days and not start off the game rusty. Now, if your goalie can save your ass in that first period or two where you're not playing great, but you're just not going to be,
It feels good to find the
I
right
don't care what it is. If you stop doing it for 11 days, you're not going to be super sharp, you know?
Hungry Xenomorph says crazy how the Atlantic has been represented 7 times in the last 6 finals. The Metro is terrible.
Yeah.
Universal Hab says he likes that jersey, Jaws.
I appreciate that. Yeah, got it on eBay once they beat Tampa.
Anybody else got something they want to share? Anybody else? It's got no
Do you think you could get me some water or
Yeah, okay.
24 hours pressure.
thank you? Give me a second. The Goblin says Tampa was far and away the best team in the East. Game recognizes game, but the NHL is often a game of luck, and they got lucked out swept by Montreal. Whoever wins Colorado Vegas is hoisting the cup. That's an interesting take. Eisenite says, how many more Habs goals till Jaws is cured? At least 3 more, I think. Carolina, this is the first time the Hurricanes have allowed 3 goals in a period since April 7th versus Boston. I still want the Hurricanes to win the series, but it is refreshing to see Freddie and company look human.
Here we go. Another commercial, or is this the same one?
No, that's just a
Oh, okay.
10-second commercial. All right, so here comes
Oh my God!
another breakaway, and there it is. Demidov makes it 4-1.
Wow.
Okay, you have to pull Freddie now. Ryan, the man, had literally just said the Canes would come back in science.
Wow.
And now
That's a
Demidov.
problem now.
Demidov has made it 4-1.
3-1 is, you can make it 3-2. You can work yourself back into it. But Freddie's got to stop something here.
I mean, Demidov just completely outmoved her.
You can't let these guys keep getting breakaways. I mean, we had already seen it. If Evans hadn't have missed a completely empty net, they would have already had the 5 goals.
Hungry Xenomorph says Anderson is turning into a pumpkin again in the conference finals.
Oh, and they immediately give Montreal a penalty.
Colin says the difference between playing the Sabres and Bolts versus the Flyers and Sens.
Yeah, it's a good point.
McGobbin has an interesting take. He says neither of these teams have the horses to win it all. Canes have always been one-dimensional and the Habs are too young. He believes the winner of Colorado and Vegas will win it all. Ooh.
I mean, we're in the Final Four, right? So it's like anybody can win, but
Ice and Ice says they're having watched Jaws from the Water event at Martha's Vineyard.
Oh.
Do you think it would be evil if you grabbed your scuba gear and snuck up on people under? I'm sure someone's gonna beat you to the punch there.
That's funny.
Susie says this is nuts. Yeah,
I'm quite enjoying this.
Jameson says poor Canes fans. Slavin is already -3.
Oh my God! So, but then they gave Carolina an immediate power play.
VGK says it's like the Canes forgot how to play hockey once they reached the conference finals. Mythical Riz says Canes are going to look a lot better in game 2. Habs had a chance to steal the game tonight because of the rust and are taking full advantage.
Yeah, they have to. It's just, they need to just be relentless in this game, and you can't blow this lead on, obviously. This power play is pretty big here.
Yeah, this is going to...
They didn't even show us the penalty, man.
Hungry Xenomorph says, this is what happens when Pat McAfee calls your building the toughest barn to play in the league.
He called Carolina's the toughest barn to play in?
As if Bell Center doesn't
As
exist.
if Montreal doesn't exist. Come on, man.
Stall with the puck.
Maybe it's the toughest United States. I don't know. Vegas is pretty. When they get going too, Vegas is pretty. Oh boy!
Gorman says Panthers.
Oh, they called that interference.
Panthers did the same when they played Boston. Then game 2 beat them up and fought them all night.
They called that interference. Look, I want Montreal to win, but bro, what? I thought he had the puck. Uh-huh.
I mean, it's
Okay, the puck. How it? Come on. He just had the puck. Yeah, I mean, well, they got him for roughing.
they got him for roughing.
Not even interference? What the? What?
Bullfar says at this rate you might just watch the basketball game.
Bro, come on, man. Like, I'm rooting for Montreal, but you can't make calls like that. That's a clean, good hit.
How many times did the Panthers make hits like that in the previous playoffs?
But whoever that was saying that, yeah, this is what Boston did to us when we had that time off.
And then game 2,
Yeah.
we got back.
Yeah, we got smoked in game 1. But one game's, in a close series, can make a difference. Oh, jeez. I mean, they're just getting behind Carolina's defense without any resistance whatsoever.
7 minutes to go in the first. Yeah. I mean, this is just too easy for Montreal right now.
It's crazy what a layoff will do.
Keandre Miller passes it along. Jarvis waits over to Walker. Puck gloved by Dobish with a single second left on the 4-on-4.
He's got to understand. There's 1, 2, 3. Just go straight back here. Just you're defending. There's no reason to come all the way across.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keandre
Yeah.
Miller was a big dum-dum on that Demidov goal. Who do you think you're playing for, New York? You're not trying to blow the game.
Montreal's got. Yeah, that's just a mental mistake.
There are 3 Canadiens players. I know. I'll go all the way across
all the way across to the boards. Like, what are you doing?
Go. Nope. He took
nice
it away
play.
by Dobbs. He got it taken away by Dobbs.
Jeez. Yeah, you could just tell that Montreal is sharp from play.
This is the first time the Hurricanes have allowed 4+ goals within the first 12 minutes of a game this entire season.
Uh-oh, here we go. Oh man, they're so lucky.
Trent's,
Like it easily could be 5-6-1 right now.
Taylor Hall with the shots that Dobish is able to collect. Trent says, Jaws, next year we're going to see you in a Habs Stanley Cup champions. Nah, he's got a perfectly good head.
Not next year. This year. They got to win this year while the Panthers are not around.
So Nixon Cavs tied at 31 in the second quarter.
Oh, that'll make it easy.
Trade on anything. New users can get a bonus when they sign up a trade. Blubbering Cave with Liberty Liberty. It's bundle and save on insurance.
Okay, wake me up when the game is back on.
Vegas says, nope, champions coming out of the West. Jaws can wear a Knights cap.
Oh my god.
Mr. Krabs says, if there's one Canadian team that should give Canada their first cup since 1993, it should be Montreal.
I suspect it will be, if not this year or soon.
VGK says, Avs or Knights winning the cup. GigaCon says, go Habs, go.
All right. Now, the thing is, you got to keep this lead, though. It's too early to let them get back in it.
And Dobish gets the whistle. Trent says, Jaws, call me crazy. We might be perfectly healthy, but you don't see us winning another cup. Look, only the 1919 Canadiens had more days off between rounds.
Wow.
With 12 in 1919. Real Cinema says, I'm a bit late. Ate dinner at a different time. I'm sure I haven't missed much though. Oh my goodness, Carolina, you are not a serious franchise. Montreal, this is the first time since 1991 the Canadiens have scored 4 goals in the first period of a playoff game. IDK says, no, why is Montreal winning? I'm not happy about this either. I mean, I guess it'd be preferable that the Hurricanes lose their first game this playoffs now instead of having their season end on the loss. This is gotta be. I'll chalk this up to 11 days off for the Hurricanes. Few teams are able to come right back from 11 days off and actually win their first game.
Here we go again.
Davidoff over to Evans. Boulevardo, the 1919 Habs had 12 days. They said the Hurricanes only have had 11 days. Giga says Habs winning the cup would be crazy. You think your city would explode.
But when Carolina is in sync, and they're out of sync right now, and it has a lot to do with how the Canadiens are playing, they don't have
3:44 to go in the first.
there before the puck gets there.
Oh,
Well, I thought that was going to be a
Oh,
goal
no.
for Suzuki. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't pull Freddie yet either.
don't get too cute now.
A little bit too cute looking for his center iceman that was on that weak side on the stick side.
Real Cinema says, I think I know what's happened. We own Carolina and Montreal owns us, so our property is their property for this run.
That's good.
Oh, that hit the
Hit
crossbar.
Good
Yeah.
Lord. They might have pulled him if that goes in.
Giga is laughing his ass off.
That's actually it's pretty good.
Craig White says, hey, Jaws 100 GoFundMe.
Hey, thank you, brother. Thank you, Great White. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you, bud. Thank you, man.
Hey, look, a
There we go.
2-on-1 for
The whole
Montreal.
period is like this. Oh,
And Texier missing the puck is the only reason this is not 5-1 now. Spaceman Sports says, don't ever sleep on the Habs.
Here we go again. Thank you again, Great White. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, buddy.
2.5 to go in the first. VGK says the Canes are lucky the Habs don't have 7 goals right now. Where's the defense? Hurricanes, remind you, are 1-16 in their last 4 conference finals appearances. I still wish the Panthers had made it 0-16. Goss Despair crosses the blue line. Evans in pursuit, but there actually was a Hurricanes defenseman back there this time. Jarvis drops it back. And Aho with a good hit.
Yeah.
Svechnikov trying to get
No.
the puck past. Svechnikov tries to center it. Less than a minute to go. Montreal gets the clear.
So Caulfield, Denal, Texier,
And Caulfield did not Texier, and let's see, the fourth one was.
It's funny how we both forgot the same guy.
Mythical Risk. This is like looking at a chess match, and the Habs are always one step ahead. That is the end of the first. Bobby says, "Yo, Jaws and Kyle. Do you remember the Hurricanes goal scorer?"
Jarvis.
Caulfield did not text. Demidov.
Demidov. Yeah, okay. Not bad.
So, so it will be approximately 9:17, I think, when the second period starts. Bobby, I would also assume this is just rust from the 11 days of rest.
How many spiders do you really eat in your sleep? Yes, when you bundle home and auto, you can be free of all these worries and more.
Yeah.
I'm already worrying for you. Oh, and the
Jaws is pretty happy about this.
Design you feel in every detail,
The first intermission is here.
as it is effortless. These are luxuries you don't have to wait for. This is Buick now.
All right, so
By design.
while this is in the middle of the intermission, I will be,
$250 purchase allowance on Encore GX, plus no
pardon
late
me,
payments for 90 days.
You want salad and bread. So what you gonna do? Your favorite salad and you stuff it, yeah. Stuff it.
give me a second.
Stuff it. Say stuff it and make any salad stuff with salad stuff with habanero. You've served our company.
Kane Surge says, "What the hell performance was that, Canes?" That's called being jumped after having taken 11 days of rest. That's what that's called. It's also called Freddie Anderson choosing the worst possible time to devolve to his regular season form. Yeah, Anderson is folding yet again. Hungary Zoomorph could also be, says he could also be the Kings' crippling inability to do anything in the Eastern Conference Final. Korriban says not the first period you expected. Canes look iced out for not playing for so long and are not as aggressive as normal. Yeah, the D is just awful for Carolina. 2 breakaway goals. I was asking the same question to IDK. Why would he cheer for a team that owns us? He did it because he refused to cheer for Tampa in the first round. And he's just been rolling with cheering for the Habs since. Kane Surge says, "I am not shocked you knew the rest could cost us a game." Bobby, you're enjoying this after that 9-1 loss earlier this year. Dana, you were watching the Marlins game, trying to get back into baseball. You're stunned to see the score in this hockey game. It's Dana, the link for the GoFundMe should be right at the very top of the chat, like near the start. If you scroll back all the way to the top of the chat. So yeah, the Hurricanes looked absolutely terrible after all that time after they got that first goal. Castle Siege, you enjoy the slugfest between Avalanche and Golden Knights, both your rivals. You love it as a Stars fan. Since you're here, Castle Siege, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts about the Stars losing to the Wild in the first round. What went wrong? You did not have Peter DeBoer holding you back anymore. If there was a year to have made a deep run for the Stars, this would have been it. Alrighty.
The song was made for Star Wars, and Star Wars was made for IMAX.
You too could change everything.
Star Wars: The Mandalorian and Grogu, rated PG-13. Get tickets now.
Rich, smooth, creamy Haagen-Dazs.
Castle Siege says a lot of things went wrong and no rupee hints.
Popeye's wraps are back. That crunchy tender with
Yeah.
lettuce and cheese, all wrapped in our buttermilk turkey.
Well, how confident are you in the Stars' ability to perhaps make a deep playoff run next year? Although I don't foresee it getting much easier to compete against the likes of the Avalanche and the Wild.
Don't make that guy for an ultra.
Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Fresh finds perfectly picked for you.
So, meanwhile, the Braves are beating the Marlins 8-3.
Are you one of the millions surprised by rising prices? But AT&T just raised your rates. You have rights. I'm not entirely sure what they are because I'm loyal. I'm just a child of the British actor. But I do know this. Right now, bring your phone to T-Mobile. They'll give you $400.
Castle Siege, do you mind clarifying what you just said?
They won't raise the price of your rate plans for 5 years. Join T-Mobile and I guarantee you won't look back. That's a guarantee. Am I saying guarantee too much? Like an actual...
You not confidence you feel like it happened again? Are you trying to say you feel like the team will or won't make a deep playoff run? Bolvar says that said if they don't re-sign Robinson, is that ship is going to sink.
I don't expect this to continue, but it's something to look at going forward because he can really turn this Cavs offense. You know, when you took that shot at the end of the game, I knew it wasn't going.
You know what's going on here? Yeah. Put the ball, yeah. I do it.
Oh, is that what you were going to say? Bye-bye, folks? You knew it was out, huh? Show me why. It's the first free throw, 6 points from there.
Castle Siege, you don't believe they'll make a deep push in the playoffs. Well, here's another question. What, in your opinion, do the Stars need to be able to go on a deep run like their Colorado and Vegas brethren have done in the past few years? before the Panthers took control. Hey Trey, thank you for the 2. Thank you, Trey. Good to see you here. Says Carolina in the Eastern Conference Final, a tradition like no other. I mean, in the past couple of seasons, the only thing stopping the Stars were the Oilers, and now the Oilers look like they may be falling into a pit of despair. Boulevard says the playoff format itself screws over the Stars every year because they have to either play Colorado or Minnesota every single time. Hungry says better defense, smarter decisions, a bit of luck. So, random question. Who are you guys pulling for if you're at all a basketball fan? Do you want the Knicks or the Cavaliers to make the finals? Boulevard says that's just round one, mind you. If you get past the Avs or Wild in round one, you get the other in round two. BAU says they need a true number one center. Hungry Xenomorph says the Meteor. Fair enough. Boulevard says Cavs can't stand Brunson. I am picking Cavs because I have heard just enough about basketball to know that playoff James Harden has been an unfortunate meme for the dude for years now. Like, the conceit of James Harden is that he will have these amazing performances in certain stretches of the playoffs, and then in the most clutch moments or critical games, he'll just absolutely disappear. And the Knicks took advantage of that last night by basically bullying him until the Cavs had entirely pissed away the 22-point lead with 7.5 minutes to go in the game. Boulevard says the Stars are the American version of the Maple Leafs. They are a great regular season team, but then run out of gas or just get stomped. Mr. Krabs, you can't stand James Harden. People have the audacity to say he's better than Dwayne Wade. Your next comment, Mr. Krabs, brings up an interesting point. In basketball, more than any other sport, players' achievements, so the players' greatest achievements are all about who has the rings, who doesn't have the rings, and how many rings does the player have. I don't know if I would call the Stars the U.S. equivalent of the Maple Leafs. Honestly, right now, the team that actually strikes me as the equivalent of the U.S. equivalent of the Leafs is the Rangers. That organization has just devolved into an absolute mess because Drury, for whatever reason, has the unlimited backing from ownership, no matter how many god-awful decisions he's made regarding personnel and player management. Janias Mackey says, here I am working like 12 plus hours each day. You're glad for Montreal. The Stars at least have won dubious championship in the last 30 years. Bolvar says Miro and Hintz are always getting injured at the worst possible time. It really shows when they get to the playoffs that they have no defense and always blow game one. Yes. Who am I rooting for in the finals? Habs or Knights? Ugh. Castle Siege says also 5-on-5 was bad. Injuries and need more depth, but it'd be hard to look for depth because we are limited cap space and mediocre with Ottinger too. Mr. Spock says Montreal exposed the Canes D. These are not the Flyers, boys. Buckle up. Hey, Dad, could you get me more water?
Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals here on ESPN. Jalen wants 2 points on 1 of 6.
So the Knicks are beating the Cavaliers 53-49 at halftime. Washington Capitals OV fan says, yes, please. See, Quinn Hudson, take notes from Lane, your brother. Thank you, lol. Yeah, all that time off seems to have hurt Carolina for sure.
Is brought to you by Discover, the official card of the NHL. 4-1 lead for the Montreal Canadiens. We get set for the second period. Kenny Albert and the old Jeff Ryan for stay. Now, Liam and the guys were talking about Seth Garland. You guys have a conversation earlier today?
Way more expensive. Look, I got to have my back by midnight. He scored the goal and he was way better than I did the mine.
All right, the second period is underway. Here we go. Mr. Spock says the Canes better tighten up on D. The Habs are killing them with their transition game.
Yep.
You won't. Washington Capitals OV fan says he won't be shocked if OV returns for next season. Yeah, he did not seem like he wanted to be done yet. He's still got an all-time goals record to break.
Yeah.
Wolfhard says if he had $1 for every time Carolina blew the conference final, you'd be rich. He'd be rich. Hmm.
Well, there was a lot of talk about
How you
Carolina's
doing?
structure coming into this series. How were you guys able to play that down a little bit and create some chaos here in the first 20 minutes?
Did I upgrade my hair? I simply just combed it all back.
Yeah, he took a shower right before the game.
I also have a fresh supply of Dr. Squatch orange scented conditioner.
Yeah.
So there's that. Kazuma says, "How are you feeling, Jaws? Is the stomach still bad?"
I mean, I'm not throwing up, but I'm just exhausted. I'm just very lethargic and nauseous and all that crap.
Mr. Spock says, "You look pretty, Kyle." Oh, thanks. Well, there's only so many times I can comb my hair with the parts before I get sick of it.
Right. So Montreal just needs to survive this second period because Canes are going to come and look better.
Aho with the puck. Over to Goss to spare. You sent it around the boards. Svechnikov trying to retrieve it, but Suzuki got it to Caulfield, but it turns into another board battle. Bulvar says, "Are you guys ready for the Dolphins to stink it up in 3 months?" Oh, that hit the post. Oh, go. There's a goal for the Hurricanes. Robinson cuts the deficit to 4-2.
Oh.
Caulfield hit the post, and then almost immediately afterwards, what's his name? Zach Robinson? Alpha Thunder says, "I'm glad the Habs are beating the Canes. Thank you from a Flyers fan." And response to Bolfar, "I think the Dolphins, I am liking their chances better than I did last year. Because there's no Tua for starters. Yeah. Sure, we might only win 7 games, but
that's all we ever win.
But it'll be
even when we win 10, we only win 7.
We won't be losing those games because of god-awful quarterback play.
That's probably true.
Bolduc shot blocked. Spaceman first thought that the Canes arena was going to be filled with Habs fans. Mr. Spock says, "It always happens. You miss at one end and then get scored on."
Yep.
Kane Surge says, "Good goal. I am still holding my breath. We might let in another goal." Bolvar says, "The Cardinals are going to stink it up worse. Your dad is going to lose it by week 3. Yeah. My condolences to your dad. He somehow is rooting for an organization that's infinitely more unserious than the Dolphins. I have more optimism in the Raiders or the Titans to improve than the damn Cardinals right now." Michael says, "Are we headed for Montreal, Vegas?" That was top shelf for Zach Robinson. Mr. Spock thinks the Habs only need to win one in Carolina. Michael Bear says, are we headed for Montreal, Vegas? Yeah. We could be seeing another potential comeback attempt. I was holding my breath because as much as I wanted the Avalanche to win, I don't know if I would have tolerated overtime by myself.
Oh, God.
Mr. Vince says, evening, boys. Hope everyone is well. Real Cinema says the Cardinals have actually been to a Super Bowl this century, though. Can't even win a playoff game. All you have to do is take a look at how the Cardinals blew that game to the winless Titans last year. And that team wasn't even coached by Mike Vrabel anymore.
Yeah.
Roosters. Carlos says the Dolphins actually have a purpose. To most, that purpose is tank, but you think the ship is going the right direction. Russell Bleed in Blue says, hey, I am vibing, just seeing what Steen does when he becomes GM of the Blues. Is that confirmed?
Not sure. Oh.
The Blues haven't hired their GM, have they?
Oh.
Well, that was a good chance for Jarvis. Jarvis has been... Oh, it is Steen.
Yeah.
Doug Armstrong will pass the GM duties to Steen on July 1st.
Okay.
That's what it is. Carlos says, no, Vrabel was busy.
Yeah, Vrabel had business to tend to.
Real Cinema says, if Jeff Hafley wins a playoff game as head coach here, build him and Sully statues immediately. Oh, and Troy Aikman. Well, versus, let's be real, today's generations are Dolphins fans because they grew up with Ace Ventura. All right, so Gostisbehere has the puck behind his own net. I mean, this game is nowhere near out of reach for the Hurricanes. Taylor Hall drops back. Nikishin looking for Stankoven. Tipsy says Vrabel definitely had his hands full. Gostisbehere with the puck. And Montreal gets the clear. 13 minutes to go in the second. Carlos says, laces outstanding. Oh yeah, July 1st, a.k.a. Bobby Bonilla Day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if Bobby Bonilla ever watches the Happy Bobby Bonilla Day video on the day he gets paid. Real Cinema says, I'm a Dolphins fan because I was born down here and enjoy suffering. I could root for my mom's Eagles, but no. Have you and your mom ever watched Ace Ventura together and watched Ace Ventura beat the shit out of the Eagles mascots? on the sideline during the Super Bowl. Wolvar says, you wonder what team is trading for A.J. Brown because the deal is in place. It may not be the Patriots. The Rams entered the mix. Wow, giving Matthew Stafford A.J. Brown. But it all depends on which A.J. Brown you're getting. You're getting the star receiver, you're getting the crash out.
Yeah.
Spaceman says, my dad is a Mets fan. You're a Yankees fan, Spaceman, right? Oh boy, is right. Did you have to do a wellness check on your dad after the Mets lost that final game of the year to the Marlins and missed the playoffs to complete that horrendous collapse by the Mets? LOL, Mets is eternal. Has he ever watched any of the LOL Mets videos? Ace Ventura was filmed at Joe Robbie. Yeah, Carolina is waking up.
We'd like to send our condolences to the late Billy Davidge, a long-time
Billy
member of the Columbus Blue Jackets organization.
Billy Davidge has passed away.
Also broadcaster on the radio side.
I guess he was a long time
Billy's family,
Billy.
family with the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Ohio State University, where he served in
He was a former Miami hockey head coach. He was a broadcaster for the Blue Jackets for nearly 2 decades.
Wow.
Spaceman Sports says, my dad is a Mets fan because he grew up near Shea Stadium, but you became a Yankees fan because your uncle served as a cop in the 2000s and he used to help out with the stadium traffic. You would get free tickets.
Nice. Carolina's waking up here. Montreal needs to.
That's going to be icing by Montreal. 12 minutes precisely to go.
What a difference that 10 seconds made. If he doesn't hit the crossbar, it's 5-1, game's over.
So Midnight Solar says, I am in misery because it's day and night with the Blue Jackets. I give kudos to Rick Bonus for telling it how it is.
Yep.
Yeah, Bonus is going to put all those players through a gajillion bag skates.
Yeah.
Hungry Zeor says, Kyle Busch passed away 41 from an illness. Crazy. The guy won a race last week. Bulvar says at least the Diamondbacks play the Rockies, so you don't have to worry about losing.
Huh.
Are you sure about that? So they're just showing how many times Caden Gooley has been trolling the Hurricanes' offensive attack tonight. He's already blocked 2 shots in addition to having an assist. Blake with a spinorama, but he's forced to try and pass it through the crease. Now Stankoven tries to flip it towards Dobish. No luck.
Oh.
That was a clear. McGobbin has a gut feeling that Hellebuyck forces a trade to us.
Oh.
Oh, wouldn't that be something? Taylor Hall waits. He loses the puck, but he's going to get a shot off and it's blocked. Wild is life. You're interested in how much of a contract the Wild might give the Quinn Hughes. You're curious. Hey, welcome to the Star Player Contract Waiting Game.
Yeah.
You can join us while we're still waiting for news on the Bob contract.
Here we go.
Demidov on the rush. But the Hurricanes position themselves to defend.
Yeah, the Canes have woken up.
And now Robinson in the zone again. He tries to get it to Sean Walker, but he's tied up with a Habs player. We're over halfway through the second. We could use that pick and end up getting both Jones and Hellebuyck for it. Spaceman says he went fishing and asks if you've been fishing lately.
No, I'm not up to it right now. I'd like to try this week. Well, this weekend's supposed to be raining, but it's also Memorial Day, so.
Bolvar says, I'm telling you, Bob is going to Lindy Ruff and the Sabres, and Lyon is getting the axe. Well, let's see. How much did Kirill Kaprizov just get paid?
17 a year.
Is he a forward?
Yeah.
Still, the fact that a player like Kaprizov got paid that much, and that's a wild. Oh, it's Jarvis. Go. No,
Good job.
Dobish made the save. Chatfield sends it wide, but the Hurricanes hold it in the zone. Now it's 8 minutes to go in the second. You believe Kaprizov's getting $16 million a year. So exactly how much money is left to pay Quinn Hughes?
Right.
But you need to pay him. Can't let him go. Or that'll be it for Minnesota's chances at deep playoff runs.
Oof.
Martinook with a shot that goes wide. Oh, man, Martinook had the puck right in front. Stall. Just keep this up. Oh, man.
No.
That was Struble, was
Can't
it?
clear. Oh.
Just keep it up. Stall fires. Tries again.
Oh, Dobish tried to. He tried to.
And that's going to be icing.
He tried to land on the puck, but his defenseman shot it out instead.
Wild is life, says the Minnesota Wild signed Kirill Kaprizov to an 8-year, $136 million contract extension. Bolvar says besides the Kaprizov contract, the Wild haven't spent money. They have enough right now. It's just a matter of, does Quinn want to be in Minnesota or New Jersey with his brother? Well, would the presence of Sonny Mehta as the new GM in New Jersey be enough to entice Quinn to be willing to walk away from a potential playoff contender in Minnesota onto a wild card in New Jersey?
Jeez.
Chatfield just keep shooting.
Finally.
The Habs can barely get the clear, let alone prevent.
Oh,
What was that, Jarvis? No, excuse me. That's Slavin.
yeah.
Slavin has had an awful night. Mythical Riz says, classic Habs strategy. Get outshot over 2-1 and edge out a close victory. McGobbin says, I don't think New Jersey is that far away from playoff contending.
Certainly not in the Metro.
Wild is life scenes says, seeing what Vegas did to Avalanche astonished me. It's what the Wild should have done to Avalanche, but no, they didn't want to. Well, you guys were without Joel Eriksson Ek or Brodeen. Those are extremely heavy losses for you guys. The one thing you lacked was center depth. You were relying on guys like Michael McCarron. Bolvar says, Quinn has made the latter very obvious. He wants to be with his brothers to the point the Devils wanted him so bad. The Canucks said no. Anderson with a save with 5:14 to go. Well, New Jersey would be a playoff contender if they would stay healthy for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like if what just happened to the Panthers this year happens to us every single year.
Yeah.
Let's see. So the Knicks have jumped out to a 14-point lead in the third quarter.
I love a good beer, specifically yours. In fact, me and my closest 200,000 drinking buddies can smell it from a mile off. Except now there's this Morgan Pro telling us it's last call at the Taylor House. Well, I'm smart enough to know when the party's over. I'll fight you. Okay, no, Larry. Morgan, the best in pests. And Doug.
That name on your shirt?
That Bird Keen says, watching this game is so enjoyable with no pressure. You like it.
Let's get out there. Play like it.
Again, Doug? Parents need to stay over there. Sorry, also, get your little buddy.
No. Only pay for what you need.
According to ESPN, 11 days ago. Oh, hang on. I'll listen to this.
We weren't ready for the pace. I don't want to make excuses, but that was clearly, I don't know what I watched the first period. I haven't seen that ever, but to give the other team credit, they made plays. They made plays and they got us, but I didn't really know what we were doing. I think we're just starting to get into a groove here.
It was a little chaotic, to say the least. Listen, Montreal's fast. What's the best way to combat their speed and slow them down?
Well, you can see when we're doing it right here, we got to play in their end. And then we just got to stay above them. They make good plays. They're blowing. They got good one-touch passes, and they're a talented team. Take that away by playing there.
I think you.
Yeah, thank you. And when you talk to Jackie, another great interview by Jackie, a rising star down there doing that interview with Rod Brindamore. He's talking about blowing. They're blowing the zone. They're sending guys out of the zone booth, trying to get some space to be able to make.
All right, so the Canadiens won the face-off.
Oh,
Anderson makes another save with 5:05 to go. Donnell says, are you guys surprised that the Canadiens are leading the Hurricanes in the game since the Hurricanes had all that rest and haven't played for many days?
no. I mean, if Montreal was going to have a chance, they needed to win this game.
In fact, I think it's because of all the
Yeah.
days off that the Hurricanes came out so flat-footed in the first. But they've woken up this game.
Yeah, they look about right now.
Svechnikov over to Jarvis. Oh, man, he tried to connect with the player right there beside the net. Aho with the puck. There's a rebound, but it's collected. Puck out of play.
NHL app is your place to get every highlight from every game of every series. Behind the scenes playoff content you won't get anywhere else. The most NHL Edge advanced stats. The Stanley Cup playoffs are better on the NHL app.
At least the sixth or seventh time in this period that Carolina's had the puck in the slot area, looking like they were going to get a quality chance. And the Canadian forward
Undead Avalanche says it might be a long series for me if McCarr doesn't return. Well, when was he projected to return?
I mean, he's basically day to day.
Martinook with the shot goes just wide. So how much longer do you think the Hurricanes can keep this level of play up? If they would stop missing those passes, they might have made
It's
it
just a matter if Montreal gets one more, it might finish them back off.
All right, here we go. Martinook waits, gets the red line, dumps it in. I thought for a second it goes in. And that will be icing by the Canadiens with 3:23 to go.
Well, tomorrow's game 2 out in the Western Conference is the biggest overnight was to take a 2-0 lead on the road against the Avs. You see that game with our friends over at ESPN at 8 o'clock Eastern. And that Saturday is back here for game 2. Canadiens, Canes, 7 o'clock on TNT.
Undead Avalanche says Avalanche can't do that next game, getting jumped on early too.
Yeah. Well, they won't.
Offsides, apparently. Another commercial break.
Yeah, but it's good for your liver.
Magnetic hydration.
Hey, standing ruins your knees.
Sleep is overrated.
Sitting is hard on your hip.
This is your start.
Over the years, people have called him superhuman.
But I'm not. Like nearly 24 million adults, I struggle with moderate obstructive sleep apnea. Or
So,
got those breathing interruptions to sleep.
so what are your predictions for the rest of this game? Emperor King says, "Oh goody, a snooze fest game, yay!" And this is not anything but a snooze fest, Emperor King. Are you kidding? It certainly wasn't a snooze fest during the first period, I'll tell you that.
Oh man, it feels good to just let go. And if you don't have the right home coverage, well, this could break your bank. Switch to Allstate, and you can save hundreds. Put it on my tab. I'll show myself out.
So hold on, kiddos.
Undead Avalanche, you don't like the comeback either because it won't work always.
The largest selection of Stanley Cup playoffs apparel at NHL Shop. Take advantage of today's special offer. NHL Shop.com.
Apparently, Gostisbehere, ouch, it looks
Ow.
like he scraped his pinky. How do you even manage to do that when you're wearing the glove?
Oh, those pucks hit those gloves hard, man.
Another icing with 3:01 to go. Owie.
Ow.
Ow, it's apparently there was a hockey stick that hit him underneath. Oh man, Walker had a centering feed. Keandre Miller's shot blocked. Jankowski, that puck somehow went through the crease, and now Matheson is there. I was hoping the Hurricanes would get one more before the end of this period.
No.
Yes.
Montreal will get one more.
How dare you?
Oh.
So Hudson with the puck in his own zone.
This was a quick period.
Yeah. Oh, it's a turnover by the Habs again in their own zone. Oh, man, Taylor Hall. Oh, the puck is loose. Where is it? Oh, it went behind the nets. Caroline has led the scoring chances 5-1 in this second period. And now Freddie Anderson has to glove it. Burned Oil says it seems like the Canes won't go 16-0. Look at that. It rolled past them and it rolled just wide. Oh, pain.
Good grief.
That puck is a troll. It rolled on its edge. It just went wide. All right, so Matheson tried to get it to Slavkovsky.
Mike Slavkovsky. Oh!
Caulfield had nothing but empty nets, but couldn't get the puck at the right position. It's been a while since we've had a breakaway.
Yeah, well, Carolina woke up.
Jarvis with the hit against Dobson. Aho turns around. Last minute to play in the second period. So Gostisbehere. Oh, where's the puck?
Woo!
Whistle blown. Fate, fate, fate. "47 seconds exactly to go in the second." Isn't that holding the stick by Dobson? So we're getting 4-on-4 hockey.
Yeah.
Dobish seems confused about something. Ruthless Sharky says he's still waiting and seeing what the Sharks are doing this offseason. Things are looking up for once. I cannot believe you guys. You won the draft. They won the draft lottery again. The Sharks, they
not won draft lottery. What are you
they
talking
won the
about?
second draft lottery.
The second one. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Dee.
Hey.
JK says, Jaws, how you feeling?
I am not dead. But I'm working on it.
Feel like getting one more shot on goal, boys? Centering. Oh, that was close.
Woo.
That's the end of the second period. Macklin Celebrini is a beast. You may not have made the playoffs, Sharks, but I am still impressed by what you guys managed to do. You came very close. All right. So 9:55, which means approximately 10:13 to go. 10:13 is when the third period will start. And I'll be watching Cavaliers Knicks in this intermission. JK, you're hanging out here, but as a Sabres fan, you can't bring yourself to watch this. And the Knicks have taken an 81-67 lead. 83-67 lead. Universal Hab says, no pressure, kid. Dobish, 24 years old, couldn't beat me in the playoffs. I feel all nervous. Imagine how pissed off people would be if the Knights won the cup. The only positive of Vegas winning the cup is seeing the Leafs fans enter a brand new circle of hell invented just for the level of misery the Leafs fans would be at if Mitch Marner Conn Smythe just for the lulz. Do we think Vegas can take out mighty Colorado? Colorado ain't looking so mighty anymore. Not without Makar. Watching Celebrini being captain of Team Canada is nice. Yeah, he earned it. JK says, lol, you'd enjoy the Leafs fans freaking out over Marner winning it. Burned Oil says, Makar with bogus shoulders changes everything. Let's see.
There's the Euro 3-step. But again, Donovan Mitchell, this is the first time that we've seen him really trust that downhill movement. Before it's been a hop step kick out. It looks like he's starting to feel more comfortable trusting his body a little bit more frequently.
And over here for the defense. Inside,
so at the end of the third quarter, The Knicks have an 85-70 lead over the Cavaliers. That's a 15 points lead. So Cleveland is going to have to pray that they can somehow come back from this deficit. If the especially after the Knicks came back from a 22 points deficit with 7.5 to go in the fourth quarter last game. What did I think about Toronto winning the draft lottery? Well, it's pretty much the closest the NHL is getting to the NBA rewarding the Mavericks with the first overall pick in Cooper Flag. It's not quite as blatantly rigged in that sort of sense, but it is interesting how the only times in the past decades that Toronto fails to make the playoffs, they get the first overall pick. First in 2016 and then now.
I barely recognize myself. I've become my auntie. And I like it.
Just gotta be myself. Nice. Hi, I'm your custom. My hair's growing back. Team's taking a new flow. It's just me, Gretchen. Team of 7. We're growing, Mikey. Get payroll that grows with you. It's beautiful.
Let's check out tonight's Fly Better Moments, brought to you by Emirates Lights.
How far do I think the Knicks are going to go? Well, first, I'm just curious to find out if they can get past the Cavaliers. What is stronger, Lol Knicks or JamesHarden.exe cannot be found? Please try again next postseason. How much is Donovan Mitchell going to have to carry his team? Oh, yeah. I'll share some details. According to ESPN, 11 days ago, Kyle Busch radioed into his crew near the end of the Cup Series race at Watkins Glen, asking a doctor to give him a shot after he finished the race. According to the broadcast, Busch had been struggling with a sinus cold that was exacerbated by the intense G-forces and elevation changes at Watkins Glen, the New York road course. And apparently, he had been testing in his Chevy racing simulator in Concord, North Carolina on Wednesday when he became unresponsive and was transported to a hospital in Charlotte. So that is, I'm sure this news has got to be incomprehensible to so many fans and fellow drivers that had just talked to him this past week. He was supposed to compete at the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte in a few days. JK says, what an awful story, way too young. Yeah. Undead Evelyn says, let me guess. We be down in the series, magically come back and win. That'd be great, but if we're starting slow, then that's concerning. South Florida, you've been praying every night that Kyle will have to choose between the Knights and Canadiens in the finals. Oh, why would you pray for that? Why do you want me to suffer? Spaceman, you'd love to see the Sharks win a cup. You have a feeling they're starting to wake up. Well, the Sharks are now guaranteed one of either McKenna or Stenberg, or if it's true that they're going to go for defense, they're basically going to have their pick depending on who it is the Leafs draft. McKenna's still the consensus number one pick, is he not? JK, you bet the Leafs get McKenna.
Release on the three won't go. And a loose ball foul is going to be called on Tyson. First foul on Tyson. Well, you know if Tyson and Josh Hart are going to collide on the boards with some hand-to-hand combat down there, both of these guys wrap each other up. Call goes against Tyson on that one. Do you like that call right there? I mean, Josh did grab him first, but ultimately, I asked you a question. Hard, a three-pointer. And McBride, the follow, back shot won't go. Oakley has it.
All right, so what are your predictions for the third period? What do you think are the odds that Carolina does what the Avalanche could not last night and come back from a 3-goal deficit? Canes Surge says the Canes better score next period. If they don't, you might be losing your mind. Just saying.
Almost the hero at the end of regulation. Number 7 against Detroit. He had 23 points in 25 minutes. We talk about it being the Sam Merrill game. It's Brunson and Bridges will return. And this is a much earlier check-in than they normally do. I think it's because this lead potentially becomes a 10 right here. I think Mike Brown saw 15-point lead, so he's thinking maybe that's
all right, so
13 to 18-point range. A little bit more time to deal with something. He does not like to sing off. It's 11 as Merrill misses the second one. That's why Mike Brown was
here is Jaws. He's still here. He is not throwing up. What you doing?
I got a fever. I heard this here.
Undead Avalanche says, you know what's amazing? Road teams been winning games more in the playoffs. Did you say fever?
Yeah.
And you're
Damn it.
turning on the heater?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Sorry, it was hurting me to do that.
All right.
What have we still got here?
We've got like 5 minutes, 4 minutes. Jake, he says, poor guy, he's been through a championship bout with one of life's great equalizers.
He's played 15 games now off the bench, only averaging about 30 minutes per game. During the regular season, he was fourth in the NBA.
So the Cavaliers have cut the deficit to 10. And now James Harden back on the court for the Cavs. Approximately 4 minutes until the start of the third period.
The season goes on. Minutes cut dramatically after the injured players come back. He did have a 39-point game. He scored 20 or more 8 times during the regular season. Had a really nice regular season. But for some young players, they can feel
and here it's 85 to 76. Knicks lead.
The Cavs have got an 18-point lead in half. Knicks lead sliced to 9. Still 9 minutes remaining. And the Knicks in the penalty the rest of the way. Foul call. Donovan Mitchell. And Mitchell has picked up his fourth.
And one thing you see different right now, Dennis Schroeder is in a flat-out face guard denial in Brunson. He did not.
Undead Avalanche says, by the way, Avalanche, please win tomorrow. We don't need to be dragged to T-Mobile Arena. 2-0 deficit. Nano Swine says the Canes are frauds, all rust.
Cavs trying to do to the Knicks what the Knicks did to them in game 1. And Anunoby in three-pointer. That's good. Big bucket there for the Knicks.
All right, I shall go ahead and switch back in just a second. JK believes the Habs are riding a hot goalie.
Space. So they planned their flights, cars, Expedia. Go places.
Chipotle honey chicken is back. Step into summer, fresh protein, spicy Chipotle peppers, and a perfect touch of pure honey. Open the summer with Chipotle honey chicken. It's taking heat and sweet to a whole new level.
And since you bundled home and auto with 24/7 protection, you can end all the worry over us.
That's right. At Progressive, it's our job to do the worrying for you.
Scandal, for example, awfully close to the curtains. And when was this porch built? Did they have building codes back then?
Are your headlights too bright?
Do people know when you're texting them from the toilet? How many spiders do you really eat in your sleep?
Yes, when you bundle home and auto, you can be free of all these worries and more. Because we're already worrying for you. Oh, and the answer is 8. 8 spiders.
The National Hockey League reserves all rights to this broadcast and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or other use of
Nano Swine thinks Carey Price has possessed Dobish. Kane Surge says he just feels bad for the fans spending a huge amount of money watching their team lose at home. Ain't me.
Well, it ain't over yet. It's just a 2-goal lead. That ain't nothing. That is not anything. Carolina needs to get that 5th goal. Look, Montreal does.
The Hurricanes this postseason have outscored opponents 8-2 in the third period.
Oh,
Yeah, it's 4 goals in the third period for every goal their opponent has. Oh man,
Oh.
Jarvis nearly made it a 1-goal game. That would have been funny. I should at least let you sit down before Hurricanes make you sicker.
oh. Just no overtime. My God, no overtime.
That's right, it's still 4-on-4
Hmm.
for about 30 seconds.
Good side boost for Carolina. Sebastian Aho is maybe one of the better games he played in the playoffs so far. I thought the first period maybe a little bit slow going, but certainly much better in the second. And here,
All right, so Ehlers on the rush. He waits. He centers it to absolutely no other Hurricanes players. Now Ehlers on the move. Ehlers shot, or pardon me, he passed it to Jordan Stahl, whose shot deflects out of play. All right, so the puck goes through the crease. It feels like the Hurricanes are doing everything but scoring again.
Mm. It's almost like it's the Eastern Conference Finals.
Deputy Donut says, awesome. A new era for Canucks with Ryan Johnson as GM. Maybe there is a hope. That's asking too much. Yeah, it's... Of all the situations, of all the current situations in the NHL, I think the Canucks might just be in the worst. And that's saying something with how dire things are in places like Toronto and Madison Square Garden.
Well, the Rangers at least have a goalie.
Well, the Rangers' main issue is Chris Drury being given unlimited power.
Yeah.
This is Jaden Struvel's first appearance in a game since Game 7 versus Tampa. $17-13 to go in the third. So the Canadiens collect the puck.
And, you know,
What?
I thought they were going to press for offense, but instead they backed up, even though they had the puck.
Dobish plays the puck.
Geez, Dobish, your defenseman was right there. You whipped it right past him.
Here's Jarvis again. His shot
Jeez.
out of play. Kane says, Anderson making saves now. Well, that's great. Better late than never, right? I mean, how many more chances can Carolina be gifted before they finally score again? That second period, they were playing
How many?
lightning fast.
Well, yeah, but how many chances did they have after it was 1-1? And then there was the third period and the first overtime and the second overtime and the third overtime and the fourth overtime.
Are the Canes due for another triple overtime game?
Hey, they're going to call it too. Oh.
Wow.
They're going to, yeah, exactly. Brind'Amour's like, you got to be kidding me. But you have to call it. You can't not call that.
Martinook, you fool.
I mean, the puck's right there. It leads to a change of possession. Like, you have to call that.
16:04.
Yeah.
And now the Canadiens are back on the power play. Kane says, for the love of God.
Like, they're trying to put the whistles away, but you can't not call that.
So Caulfield, Slavkovsky, Demidov, Suzuki, and Hudson on the power play.
Montreal could finish this game right here.
Or Jankowski or Jarvis or Slavin could
You shut up.
get a short heat.
Nobody likes you. Oh, come on. Oh. Come on, Montreal. Put this game on ice. There we go. Oh, now Anderson wants to make saves.
That's what the Hurricanes fan in here just said. Slavin, stretch pass. Jarvis is out there. And now he'll just send it all the way back.
Yeah, you can't ice it. So.
Diehard Red Wings fan says, I am tired of Yzerplan. It is exhausting. I am tired of it. Another year of it. Just fire him. Yeah. The fact that Detroit hasn't fired him is pretty alarming. He's made of almost as much Teflon as Chris Drury, apparently.
Yeah. Well, so much for this power play. But it did kill 2 minutes.
First, you try the Yzerplan, and it doesn't succeed. But it wasn't a real Yzerplan. Then you try again, but it wasn't a real Yzerplan. Then you try again, but it wasn't a real Yzerplan. Then you try again, but it wasn't a real Yzerplan. Then you try again. That's how U-Tree describes it.
Yeah.
Urinating tree. Does it feel like that for you, diehard Red Wings fan? Blake, oh man. How did that puck go back to the short side of the net?
Matthew Tkachuk is behind the net with a magnet on the puck.
Yeah, Bowman has a lot of Teflon too.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There it is.
God.
There it is.
Slafkovsky makes it 5. Kane Surge says, "Oh my God!"
I love it when I can see it coming 5 seconds away. That's a thing of beauty, is right. One pass, dropped, and he just whoop. Look at this. Oh man.
My God.
This is why Montreal is so damn good. Because they can play, they have the goaltending to survive when the other team is making a run, and they have so much talent that can put the puck in the back of the net. You make one mistake and it's in the back of the net and you're toast.
And the Canadiens just iced it with 12:37.
It was 4-1, and Carolina just spent a period and a half dominating, and it's 5-2. You know what I mean? Like, with that offensive talent and the goaltending, it's people keep underestimating them.
Diehard Red Wings fan says, yes, they deserved to get booed off the ice. I believe he's talking about his own Red Wings.
Yeah, because you asked him if it was like that.
Yeah. That's the first even strength goal Slafkovsky has had this postseason, by the way.
Wow.
Burned Oils thinks the Canadiens are a bit the Edmonton Oilers light with an actually capable goalie.
With a goalie, yeah.
Ehlers on the move. Centering, and that shot went wide.
I'm sure McDavid's at home watching. We couldn't have drafted this guy.
Hungry Zoomer says, Raleigh, are you ready to choke away another deep playoff run? Raleigh, we still can't win in the Eastern Conference Final. Are you ready for pain? Congrats, Hurricanes might hit hard this year. But I was hoping it wouldn't come with the caveat of Canadiens making the finals.
I'm telling you, the sooner they win, the better it is for Florida.
How so?
Because it's harder to win your second in a row than it is to win your first. And so if they win this year, they'll be tired from the long run, and we'll be the fresh team.
Barman says, hot take.
But if they get this far and lose, then you've seen what happens. They're going to come back motivated like Florida did, and they're going to be a way bigger pain in the ass next year if they don't finish this than if they win.
Dobish might be the best goalie left in the playoffs. Well, Freddie,
I don't even know if the word might needs to be used there.
Freddie's has a 7.62 save percentage tonight.
He's been lights out so far, but like somebody said earlier, this is the difference between playing Tampa and Buffalo versus playing
Ottawa
and Philadelphia.
Sean says, what is more shocking, the rust of Carolina or the onslaught by the Habs? Usually a team coming off a sweep doesn't play like this, and a team that comes off of Game 7 comes out flat.
I would suspect if Montreal finishes this game, that Game 2, Carolina will smoke them.
Real Cinema says that theory never works for Carolina, Jaws.
Which theory?
Not sure.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting close and not. Well, you have to have the talent, though. You have to. All right.
Yeah, the heater.
Damn it.
Barman says Freddie is a pumpkin.
Only one place does it all.
Edmonton could have had Carter Hart's Does Everyone Forget He's a Local Alberta Kid?
That's
Kane
true.
Surge says, let's make it 5 series defeats. Woo! Meanwhile, the Knicks are winning 101-86 with less than 4 minutes left in that game.
That water
Mhm.
is that's no good for that. ASMR is no good for me.
Barman says the Oilers handcuff themselves to Jari. You mean just to get eliminated in the first round?
I mean, I refuse to think that they were ever serious, that they thought trading Skinner for Jari was going to change anything. I refuse to believe that there's people running that organization that are dumb enough to have actually thought Jari was going to be the one that got them over the top. I just cannot believe they actually thought that.
Spaceman says, Jaws, quick question. Do you remember watching 93 expansion draft when Florida Anaheim got unveiled?
I mean, do I remember it? Right now, man, I don't remember if I put my socks on, but I'm sure I know I watched, but I don't have any lasting memories from it. I'm trying to think of when my first actual. I can remember the first game. Man, that was a good play to knock out icing.
So yeah,
the draft I remember the most is that 2010 draft where we had all those picks.
And did none of them pan out?
Well, define pan out. So Gabranson, Bukestad, and Quentin Howden. So, Gabranson was third overall. Like, if he would have been taken in the third round, he would have been considered a reasonable.
Yeah.
How he turned out, but he did not pan out for a third overall pick. Bukestad did pretty good. He had a lot of injury problems, and then Quentin Howden I think he played less than 100 total games before he was done in the NHL.
Kane Surge says, so when do we put Bussy in? I'm just wondering if we keep getting scored on.
No, I don't think they're going to do that tonight.
Sean says, if Canes lose the series, does Rod even make the plane ride home? Real Cinema says, Philly and Ottawa each scored 5 goals their entire series against Carolina.
Jeez.
Montreal has already matched that.
Jesus.
Spaceman says, who was your favorite Panther during the Miami Arena era?
Oh, Jovanovski.
It feels good to get your savings on. He's very helpful. It feels good to Geico. Hey, touch this.
What do you know about Stoddard?
I get so excited for someone
Darth
else.
Jedi says, "This is fun." Not really.
Is that Trey?
Yeah, he says, "Rods to Toronto."
Oh my God. Somebody ban Trey. Trey, ban yourself. Why would they wouldn't want to do that anyway? They just got rid of the old gritty grizzled coach in Berube. Not old, but you know.
Trey with skull emoji. Sean says, "I almost feel for Rods. Team just is cursed if they don't win this series. They even said it during pregame. Not playing Florida, so no excuse." Spaceman Sports says, "I gotta say Scott Mellenby is my favorite former Panther." Carolina's on the power play.
Oh, what did they do? Give Montreal? They give them a freebie again? That's twice they put Carolina on the power play and not shown us what Montreal did. Both times Carolina's had a power play, they've gone to commercial and not shown us the damn penalty. The producer on this broadcast is, yeah. You gotta kill this. Kill this, and the game is close to safe.
Ehlers with the puck over to Gostisbehere. Ehlers shot blocked. Ehlers waits. Jarvis shot deflected
Jarvis,
out of
you're
the zone.
you're not Nate McKinnon.
Omega Fish says it was a good season. I feel like Utah Mammoths are slowly improving. You're happy you made it to the playoffs for the first time. Yeah. Did you really have to make Vegas just the second team out of 27 to be losing in the third period of every one of the first 5 games of the playoffs and be leading the series instead of losing it or already having lost it?
Yeah.
But it was a good season for you, man. If it was a really good season. I'm still proud of you boys. Yeah. I just wonder what's the next step forward. As a Mammoth fan, what do you believe the team needs to do now to go even further?
Hey. All right, so this should do it. Send it on the ice. That'll do it.
Kane Surge says, "Just don't give us no more power plays. That's my idea." The Hurricanes haven't even had a shot on either of their failed power plays tonight.
Oh.
So Carlos says, ECF, essential Carolina failure. Patelron says, Carolina tropical wave.
Oh, just no overtime. We just finished this game.
Yeah, the Knicks are gonna take game 2. They're up by 18 with just over a minute left.
Yeah, they probably won't blow that.
It'd be hilarious if they found a way to do it, but man, Cleveland, you had a 22-point lead with 7.5 to go in the game. James Harden got bullied, and he did not get enough points in game 1 to make up for his turnovers. That's what happened there. Mr. Krabs says, look on the bright side. No overtime. It's not a tropical depression, but the Canes fans going through depression.
Yeah.
Carlos says, James, 404, error, Harden. Kane Surge says, it's the curse that keeps on going in the Eastern Conference Finals. South Florida Sunset says, it's so nice the Atlantic gets a free ticket to the finals every year.
Wow.
They pulled Freddie to get the empty net. 5 goals allowed on 21 shots faced tonight. Mr. Spock says, notes to Canes fans, these are not the Flyers.
Yeah.
It's sure as hell not the Senators.
I think all they cared about was that it wasn't the Panthers.
No Panthers.
No Panthers. I'm with the way my health has been, I'm glad they didn't make it. This would suck.
Kane Surge says, I'm glad you're not at the game. 5 minutes left. The net is empty for Carolina. This is their last chance to at least make it look more respectable than it actually was.
Oh.
When was the last time a team in the Metro even made the final?
When was the last time? Who was it?
Wouldn't that have been the Rangers?
I think so.
I actually agree with you, Patelron. They should have put Bussy in after the first. After that third goal surrendered.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because, I mean, with 11 days off, like he kind of had to know his team was going to come out lethargic like that.
Real Cinema says it was the Capitals in 2018.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The year they won the Cup.
Yeah. That's right. God, that's the last time.
Icy says, Freddie will never be clutch. Darth Jedi says, Habs winning games. Who the hell are these guys? Blake missed the net. After this game, the Habs will be 4-0 against the Canes this year.
Yeah. And out.
So we're not the only Reds team that's the Habs own on a routine basis.
Montreal has been building towards this.
Patelron says, I'm sorry, but this is huge, embarrassing failure for the Tropical Wave. True failure would be if they fail to tie the series next game.
Yeah, no, if they don't win game 2,
That's cause for
just
panic.
fire the coach in the middle of the series.
Kane Surge says, forever 2005-06, the only time we won the Eastern Conference. Gostisbehere blocked shot. And that's going to do it, isn't it?
Yep,
Yep,
gonna do it.
Slavkovsky gets the empty netter to make it 6-2. Hurricanes fans are officially 6 to their stomach.
Oh, no.
Sorry, couldn't help it.
Yeah.
They're even more 6 to their stomach than you are right now.
Right now, yeah.
Kane Surge says, that's it, nailed in the coffin. Does the coach get fired if Carolina fails to advance this time? I mean, it might be time to consider it.
I mean, how many times can you fail? But it's a long series. You kind of figured Carolina was going to come out. Both Carolina and Colorado both came out not looking good in the first half of the game.
Carlos says Montreal did what they had to do, win on the road. Until Ron Freddie says Freddie Anderson played like Tristan Jarry today. Now, Tristan Jarry would have allowed the 5 goals on like 15 shots instead of 21. Two minutes to go. Could we just fast forward this, please? The basketball game's not even going to be on after this because it's over, I think. Tony believes Montreal will go back to Bell Center up 2-0.
That would be crazy.
Mattel Ron says, fire Brindamore, hire Mike Babcock.
Oh, wow.
Now the Oilers are already beating teams to the Mike Babcock punch.
Honestly, you know who a good coach for Carolina would be if they did move on from Brindamore
Would.
is Berube.
Oh.
He might be able to squeeze a little bit more offense out of them without destroying the defense.
Last minute of play.
Okay.
Down to the last 30 seconds. So Montreal has already had more goals against the Hurricanes than either the Sens or the Flyers had against them in the entire series. Real Cinema asks, was that rust or Montreal just being better?
I mean, it could be both. Honestly, it could be both. The first period was rust. Like, that was insane.
Patel Ron, I have to disagree. The Cavs blowing that 22-point lead was the bigger disaster. Because the Cavs went on to also lose. They just lost game 2, 109-93. So the Cavaliers absolutely blew a chance at least a tie series headed back to Cleveland. Instead, it's the Knicks with a 2-0 series lead. So yeah, there you have it, folks. The Canadiens blow out the Hurricanes 6-2 in game one to take the 1-0 series lead. Is there going to be a noon stream? I'll leave that up to my dad. Until Ron says, nah, Cavs just kept chucking up threes in Brookings. Remember the days when a 20-point lead was safe? Mr. Spock says it's only one game, but the Habs did what they had to do, win one in Carolina. The New York Rangers, nobody says it's tradition for the Canes to suck in the conference final. And every time they make the conference final, that statement seems to be proven true time and time again. Jake, that snake calls it's an easy win. Yeah, well, the Habs got the early jump on a Carolina Hurricanes team that seemed clearly rusty after 11 days of rest. Freddie Anderson looked just as bad as he did in the regular season out there. Patelron, you think Stanky played Stanky? I think Jacob Slavin ended up with like a -5 on the night or something. A split on the road is a win. You say New York Rangers, nobody? Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I was only off by one. Slavin ended up with a -4 on the night. -4. Damn. Yeah. Did you see New York Rangers, nobody? Did you see that horrendous mental gaffe that Keandre Miller made? Oh, there are 3 Canadiens on the rush. I should skate all the way across to the boards and let the one Canadian go by scot-free for a breakaway. Jake That Snake says if Habs win the next game, the Canes will give up. The New York Rangers says, I've seen it many times. This is the first time it didn't piss you off. Yeah, the Habs are a road team. There's no denying that. Mr. Krabs says, even if the Canes come back in game 2, the Habs did their job stealing the game on the road. Hot Dog, you says the only reason you're not on the streams is because your life is hard right now and you're graduating soon. Well, anytime you're able to join us is a time that's it's great to have you here, Hot Dog. Hope things go well for you. When did Jacob Slavin become so terrible on defense? -4? Which, I mean, that's ridiculous. Meanwhile, Alexandre Carrier, Alexandre Carrier on the Canadiens was +4 tonight. And also, rest in peace to the Hurricanes fans who thought they might have a shot at 12-0. It's not lucky number Slavin. All right, so let's hear your way too early predictions for Game 2 of this series. What strategy are the Hurricanes going to employ to try and wash the stench from this game off of themselves? Yeah, Patel Ron says the Hurricanes are the Buffalo Bills, periods. They're just the Bills of the NHL.
Yeah, they just can't. They just physically can't. And it got worse as it went on.
Yeah, I've seen
like Buffalo just barely lost that first Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then by the time they got to the last one, they were just like, as soon as they got behind in the early part of the last one, they were like, oh, screw it. I mean, it just got progressively worse.
You ever seen, there's the boogie, blame it on the boogie, where Michael Jackson seen, I just can't control my feet.
Right,
but,
yeah.
So it made it. I just can't. That's
Yeah.
the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
And the Bills.
And the Bills.
Every year. I
Yeah,
just can't.
I
I just can't.
It's very true.
I just can't.
Yep.
New York Rangers nobody says Montreal in 6, Avs in 6, and Avs in 5 for the final.
Oh boy. Everybody keeps underestimating Montreal. I'm just not so sure, man.
Yeah, some random person in the crowd is wearing a Redskins shirt.
Yeah, I seen that. So, all right, go ahead and mute that.
Yeah. One last thing before you sign off.
Okay.
New York Rangers nobody says Slavin, Eichel, and Nelson are the last of the Team USA Mohicans in the mix still. You hate to say this, but out of the teams left, you're pulling for Vegas. Yeah.
Well, everybody's got to root for somebody.
Slavin was -4 tonight.
Jeez. And he got a goal, so that's bad. He was on the ice for 5 goals then.
I think he was up.
No, Slavin. I'm thinking Jarvis got the first goal.
Slavin had an assist, I think, but
yeah.
But Carrier for the Habs was +4.
Jeez. So, all right, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us. Much appreciation for all the supers and all the GoFundMes. I don't know if I'll be there tomorrow at noon. We'll see how I feel, but we'll definitely be here tomorrow night. That's the important stuff. So I do have a recap, so that'll be up at some point here soon tonight. So, all right, everybody, enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you for hanging out. I'll see you tomorrow.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining us.